Wish to know it earlier. It saved my job. It helped me to create a professional report. But how? I use buttons. Do you want to know everything about buttons? Keep watching. Hey everyone, Shab is here with another interesting video. Today I will show you how you can create a button, format it, and how to call it to action. Watch the video up to the end not to miss any point. Like it and share it, and subscribe to the channel to get the notification for the new upcoming videos. You can also follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram and read the Power BI articles on Hogolytics blog. Stay tuned. In the previous video we have learned what bookmarks are and what different options they have. Bookmarks helps you to add a variety of interesting features to your report, which makes your report professional. Usually bookmarks are being used at the same time with buttons. In this tutorial, I will talk about buttons, how to create them, how to format them, and what are different actions we have. Interested? Let's go! Buttons are one of the most useful features in Power BI. You can use them to create reports which are pretty similar to apps. You can also create an environment where your end users can hover, click, and interact with the Power BI content. Buttons helps to improve user experience. So, learn how to use them today. It's the time to know how to create buttons in Power BI. In your Power BI desktop, go to the Insert ribbon and then select Buttons. When you click Buttons, a drop-down menu will appear for you, in which you can select what type of button you like to insert in your report. In most cases, I recommend to choose blank button option, and then customize it based on your requirements. However, sometimes you need to choose other button types like Help, Q&A, and so on and so forth. When you create a simple blank button, you can see it is created on top left of the page. Let's drag it to the position we like and resize it. Now it's the time to apply formatting on this button. Apart from the general formatting options which are available for most visuals, we have 4 different formatting options for buttons: shape, rotation, style, and action. Here I'll describe all them one by one. Shape. Under the shape format section, you can see 2 parts. First, you can see the state of the button. You can apply all the settings for buttons like shape of button and their style for 4 different states: default, on hover, on press, and disabled. Default state is being used when no action is applied on the button and the user sees the button in a normal condition. In other words, it shows the initial state of a button, how it looks like at first glance. When on hover option is selected, then you can change the settings for when the users hover their mouse on the button. For example, the font, size, or color of the button can be changed when someone hovers mouse on the button. Third state is on press. It helps to define the state for the moment a user presses the button. The settings can be specific for this specific action. And finally, disable state, which helps you to set your buttons when they cannot be selected. You can modify the shape of your button based on these 4 states. If you press on the Shape drop-down menu, a list of different shapes will appear for you. Then you can decide which shape to use for your button, such as arrow, rectangle, or pentagon. Then below it, you have the rounded corners option, which helps you to round the edges by increasing the number of pixels or using the sliding bar. Rotation. In this part, you have the ability to rotate your button in different angles. You can insert the angle number or move the sliding bar beside it. There are 3 different rotation options available for you to rotate all the button elements, only rotate the shape, or only rotate the text. If we go to the next section, Style, you can set the style of your button. The same as Shape State section, here we have different states which helps us to change the styles for each state. There are different options available to modify in Style section. To apply each of them on your button, you should first turn the related toggle on. Text. You can change the text value, its size, color, font, alignment, and padding showed on the button. Icon. You can choose an icon type and your button will be changed to it, like an arrow. You can also format the color, line width, transparency, and etc. Fill. This helps you to change the background color of your button and set its transparency. You can also have the option to choose an image as the button background. Border. Using border formatting, you can apply a border with a specified thickness and transparency. Shadow. You can apply a shadow around your button for better visibility. And glow. You can use a glow with the specified color around your button. And the most important formatting part of each button is Action section. Indeed, in this section you can define the functionality of your button. As you remember, in the bookmark video I talked about that bookmarks are usually being used with buttons simultaneously. This is the section which adds these kinds of functionality to the buttons. This section is very important and all the functionality of a button is related to setting actions. So, I'll describe each of these options with an example. Action type, back. When you choose this type of button, the button navigates you to the previous report page you were in. For example, if you have a report like this one, and in button page you created a button with back type, then if you go to the summary page and then open the button page and click on the button navigates you to the previous page you opened. In this case, it navigates you to the summary page. There is another use case for back button type, and it is when you use drill through option on your report. When you create a drill through function on your visuals, on the target page a back button will be created automatically. However, if you remove it by any reason, you can create it easily from the action section and choosing back button type. Action type, bookmark. The second button type is bookmark. Probably this type is the most used one. You will deal with it in future. As you remember in the bookmarks tutorial, I described how you can create a bookmark. But the issue is that the bookmark pane is available within the development area, and your end users cannot see it. So, if it's the case, how they can apply a bookmark? Correct! They can create a button and then choose the bookmark from action type menu. Then, in the next field, you should define which bookmark is related to your button. It means that by pressing the button, which bookmark should be activated. Cool! Action type, drill through. Instead of right-click on a visual and select the drill through option, you can easily select a category you like to drill through, and then click on the button which the drill through type defined for it. Then you will be navigated to the page your report should be drilled through. You should also define which page your report must be drilled through by choosing the option in the destination field. The only thing you should notice is that if you don't choose a category for drill through, the button will be showed as inactive. So you should first select a category, in the example below one of the countries in the column graph, and then when the button activated, you can drill through to the next page. Action type, page navigation. By choosing page navigation type, you can create a button which helps your end users to navigate a specific page. The only thing you should set after choosing page navigation type is defining the destination page. Action type Q&A. This button type helps end users to get benefits from the Power BI Q&A feature. When you press the Q&A type button, a window will be opened and you can find different options. Very briefly, I describe the Q&A here. It consists of 4 core elements that you can use in your reports. First, the question box. This is where users type in their questions and are shown suggestions to help them complete their questions. Second, a pre-populated list of suggested questions. Third, icon to convert the Q&A visual into a standard visual. Fourth, icon to open Q&A tooling, which allows designers to configure the underlying natural language engine. Action type Web URL. As the name of this type is clear, you can copy a specific web URL in the specific section, and when the users press the button, the particular website will be opened. For example, here I entered Hogolytics website URL, and by clicking on the button, the website will be opened in the browser. Tooltip. And finally, you can add a tooltip on your button. This feature is available within the Action section. Tooltips can contain a text value or a field value. When you hover your mouse on the button, the tooltip will appear. Hope you enjoyed this video. In this video, you've learned what buttons are in Power BI and how you can use them to improve your reports. But it's not all you can do with buttons. There are lots of more tips and tricks available that you can implement to your report using buttons. So don't miss the upcoming videos and please subscribe to the channel. Please comment your questions below this video. Have a good day, all Power BI lovers.